Good evening, everyone. So now we'll discuss the CA Inter question paper, which has released just a couple of hours back. Okay, right. So overall, my opinion is that the paper is good. Hardly one or two questions are strange questions and new questions. Apart from that, the rest of the question paper is almost from the repeated past examination questions. So no need to panic about the question paper. Those who has done reasonably hard work and those who have reasonably average grasping capacity, they can easily crack exemption in this paper. No doubt there are a couple of questions which are difficult, but overall the paper is somewhere between moderate to easy. I cannot say completely dead easy, I cannot say even moderate also. I can tilt towards easy, from moderate to a very easy question paper. Right, the first question is relating to section 19, holding company, subsidiary company not to purchase the shares of the holding company, that is section 19. So in that section 19, what they have done is that they have integrated subsidiary company definition as well as the this thing section 19, that is to say section 2 clause 87 of the subsidiary company definition as well as section 19 subsidiary company not to purchase the shares of the holding company. They have combined these two questions. Just by looking at this first question, students will get more confidence that it is dumped from the previous examinations straight away. Very important question. So but maybe you'll get immediately disappointed by looking at the question number 1b, because it is a comprehensive question, corporate social responsibility. From even in the last attempt also, C Institute has given a much comprehensive question on the corporate social responsibility. So it requires complete understanding or integrated knowledge of this concept called as corporate social responsibility. It's obvious why they are expecting integrated knowledge, because it's a trendy topic, corporate social responsibility. Therefore just reading this as a theory question is not at all sufficient for your career. Maybe that is the reason, in order to encourage the students to be well versed with application skills of this concept, corporate social responsibility, they are framing a comprehensive question, even that they have done in the previous attempt also. So this question talks about primarily eligibility criteria, whether what is the eligibility criteria to be to apply the CSR committee. So what is the reason why the CSR provisions are attracted to the company? That is one thing, eligibility criteria. And next thing is composition of the CSR committee, and the policy. What are the activities which are permitted under the CSR? So overall, though the question appears to be lengthy, but if you break the question into parts, it's very easy question. They have rather than giving 3 easy questions, they have given 1 comprehensive question. That's it. No need to worry about the length of the question. Okay, the question is very plain, straightforward. Just break the question into 3 parts. Okay, so just assume that 3 questions has given as a 1 comprehensive question. Apart from that, there is no complexity in the analysis also in this question. It's bit moderate to easy, right? And this is also a repeated question, previous exam question. There are 3 sureties. Out of that, 1 surety is arguing that there is no agreement. Therefore, similar to partnership, even the Indian Contract Act says when there is no ratio distributed between the co-sureties, they have to share the equal liability. Very plain, simple concept. Okay, when there is no arrangement, they have to share equal responsibility. This is also a previous exam question, straightforward question. And D is also a very straightforward question. This is very favorable thing to the students. Normally in the first question they will give NI Act more complicated question, because first question is a compulsory question. But here the first question, the topic from the Negotiable Instruments Act, is a very simple question. Okay, right, just calculating the maturity date. 4 marks is straight away you can get 4 marks out of that. It is simply calculating the maturity date. Okay, next, this is also repeated previous exam question, annual return. So even if the AGM is not held, you have to conduct the annual return. You have to file the annual return within 60 days from the due date for AGM. Therefore it's also a straightforward question, easy question. And this is also important, previous exam, one of the previous exam question, internal auditor, they have simply changed the names. So internal auditor question, when you are looking at the bank loan facility, you have to look at throughout the year at any point of time, rather than looking at the year end balance. You have to look at the throughout the question. You have to look at throughout the year. So it's also a previous exam question, internal auditor. So this effect of usage or customs and practice, it's a straight theory question from the interpretation chapter. It's a straight theory question and important question also. Court should consider the customs and practices rather than what is literal meaning, rather than how the expert interprets the law. So sometimes court see how a practical common man interprets the provisions of law. From his perspective, court will give a judgment. That is also a straightforward question. And next, this is relating to NI Act. NI Act. He drew a check payable to owner. Okay. This is also relating to NI Act. Encashed the check on the very first. After 3 days, came to know about the theft. So he intimated Mr. Rama about the test to examine the validity of the Rama, liability of Rama. He is not liable. Okay, so that we have to discuss in detail. So even the it's a somewhat new question. The answer is straightforward only. Maybe it takes some time for the students to go through the question, because this kind of questions are not so frequent. You may not be able to recollect the appropriate provision, or you may not, even if you recollect the appropriate provision also, you may not be able to write the answer in a way. It was somewhat new question according to my memory. It's a bit new question. Next, this thing, this is also a previous exam question. Section 8 company, at the time of winding up, they have to transfer the surplus funds to another Section 8 company having similar objects, or transfer to insolvency and bankruptcy fund. Rather than that, they cannot take as a distributed among the members. This is also a repeated previous exam question. And notwithstanding the class, also it is an expected question only, because in the latest edition of board material that is applicable for November 23. I'm not asking, when I say latest material, I'm not talking about May 24 new syllabus. Even within the new syllabus also, recently they have added this concept. Notwithstanding anything content, that concept they have elaborated, okay, at 4 levels. Therefore it's a very expected question. That is a newly added content from this chapter. Next, so this is revocation of agency, irrevocable agency. This is also a landmark question, important topic. Okay, that is also repeated previous exam question. And this is related to General Clauses Act. If a particular day is declared as a holiday, you can file an application on the next day. Okay, sir, this is related to conducting AGM. Yes, it is conducting AGM. So if in case of an unlisted company, if you take the consent of all the members, you can conduct the AGM at a place other than the register office. Part of the question is a repeated question. I cannot say entire 100% question is from the previous exam chapter, but it is part of the question is from the previous exams only. Okay, right. Next, this is relating to the dishonor of check. Dishonor of check is a very important topic. It's also a predictable topic. So may not be exact question you can predict as a practical question, but dishonor of checks is the most important topic that anyone can say. Okay, so this is also a scoring area. Post dated checks, they have given some description in the board material. So therefore post dated checks, you can easily expect what is post dated checks. And this is General Clauses Act related to plurals. A person can become a director of subsidiary companies, 2 subsidiary companies. That is, the singular includes plural. That's what the General Clauses Act says. And this is related to deposits chapter, whether a particular whether company was eligible to accept deposits. They're asking the eligibility criteria. Okay, and what is the criteria for acceptance of deposits, and tenure for which deposits can be accepted, and whether the loan given is a deposit or not. So this is also a simple question, no much complicated. Only thing is multiple aspects to be written in that question. That's it. Multiple aspects to be written in that question. Nothing to worry. And this is also a very comprehensive question. This is also a very comprehensive question collected related to 3 chapters: members register, charges, and notice of AGM. So therefore this is the third time in the question paper we are seeing simple questions are clubbed together and given, apparently given as a one comprehensive question. So students should be psychologically prepared to read the lengthy questions, and should be confident that all lengthy questions are not complicated questions. Just because the question is lengthy, don't be scared by looking at the size of the question. When you read the question multiple times, it's nothing but 3 simple questions are added as one lengthy question. Okay, therefore in this question paper itself, according to me, this is the third time they have done. And this thing, interim dividend not paid, this is also a private placement question, private placement offer. So when the company is unable to allot the shares within 60 days, they have to refund the shares within next 15 days. If not, they have to pay interest per annum. Okay, that is a private placement, irregular allotment. That is also an important topic. And this is a repeated exam question, debenture trustee. Okay, and this is thing what this is related to auditors chapter, considering the appointment market value. This is a routine topic, important topic from the auditing chapter. This is also there's just disqualifications for appointment of a auditor, or this is also repeated questions. This is repeated questions. And this is trade theory question from the interpretation chapter. Associated words you have to understand. This is also repeated question, difference between subagent and substituted agent. Overall, I can say the question paper is somewhere between moderate to easy question. Only thing, the 3 areas, 3 questions which appears to be comprehensive. Students should not worry about it. They have to break the question and write it. Okay, right, that's it. Thank you.